Hello, you're welcome to my channel once again. So in this video tutorial, we're bringing our design sense, our design skills into Power BI. Now, what I'm not doing in this video is showing us how to get data into Power BI, how to clean data in Power BI, clean and transform data in Power BI. I'm also not showing us how to model data in Power BI. Our intent in this video is to design beautiful reports in Power BI. I want my reports to look beautiful, to be aesthetically appealing to whoever will be using it. So I have done that here. Something very simple, nothing fancy, something anybody can do. Really, really simple. You can see it here. Now, the concept I use here is what we will call the design monochromatic color scheme. If you go to my Google right now, look at this, type monochromatic color scheme, you see this. Now I'm using a shade of this color. It's purple, from this deep purple to this light purple. Basically I use just this and this deep purple here and this light purple. That's what I used. So I have your hex code figured out already, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So to recreate this, I'm going to start by creating a new page. I'll click on this plus button here to create a new page. So I have this new page. Now I want to make this I want to remove this white here. Instead of having this white, I want to have that light purple. I'll right click on anywhere on my canvas. I'll go format canvas, and where I have color here, I'll click on that and I'll use the color. Now I have the color selected, but then it's not showing, it's still showing white here because the transparency, look at the transparency, is 100%. I'm going to reduce that transparency to 0, and boom, color shows. Now let's say you have the hex code for that color. All you have to do is to click on color scheme, and then where you have more colors, click on more colors, then type the hex code here. Once you type the hex code here, click away, and then the color will just pop out, and that's it. So right now I have my color. Now I want to go bring in this logo, and then I'll also type this as well. So to get the logo, I'll go to insert on my menu bar type. I'll click on my insert, and then I'll go insert image. I'll click grab image, and then I'll click on this 3 dot here, and I'll go format. Now I'll go to where I have style, open that. I'll go where I have image on the style, and see where I have browse. There's image source here, and then I'll change the image source to upload. Now there are instances where you have the URL of the image, or I'll click on URL, and then I'll enter the URL. But in my case, I have the image already on my machine, so I'm going to leave that upload image, and I'll go browse. All right, and then I'll locate where I have the image, and this image that I use, I'll open that, and boom, I have the image. Now I'm just going to reduce that and just click on that image, just reduce that, make it smaller, and align that somewhere around here. And that's it. And I have my image. Now this is supposed to be the logo of the company that I'm doing this thing for. All right. So now that I have the logo, all I need to do is to grab this text: dashboard of medical insurance for Motulage Oil and Gas. So I'll go back to insert, and this time I'm going to go grab text box, and I'll just increase that a little, and I'll just start typing dashboard for medical insurance of Motulage Oil and Gas, and I'm going to select everything that I've typed there, select everything, and I'll increase that to 16 point, and now I'll just bring this here and reduce this again, just make it closer. Nice. I'm going to bring that and try to align it here. The beautiful thing with Power BI is that each time you try to align something, it helps you align it very, very well. See what's happening there. It's aligned. I can, if as a matter of fact, just remove that, use my, okay, that's not working for me. Something like this. I think I'm happy with this. Now, if you look at the one that I did, there's no background there. It's just a text. So I want to have the same thing there. So I'm going to select this with this selected, select it, and I'll go format, and I'll go to where I'll open up size and style, and I'll sort of have background. I'll turn the background off, and boom, it's done. All right. So I'm going to spend my a considerable amount of time trying to, fix the first visual, because once I get the first visual, having the other visuals are quite easy. Okay, so I'm going to go. This is a stacked. I think it's a stack. This is a visual I use in stacked bar chart. So, and I used region bar chart. So I'm going to go grab a stacked bar chart. So I have a stacked bar chart here. I'm just going to size it. I'm not just careful about the size right now. I'll place it somewhere here so it aligns. Notice it's not touching the edge of my canvas. Just make sure it's aligned some beautiful. I have to do it just like this. I like to do this. Now I'll go grab I'll put look at the one I did here. I'll put the charges in my x-axis and then region on my y-axis. So I'll go here, select this, make sure this is selected. So on my x-axis, I'm going to grab charges. I'll put there. On my y-axis, I'm going to grab region and I'll put it here. Now notice it's giving me blue, and I don't want blue. I already have a color scheme in mind, which is what I'm picking at here. So I want to use this color for I use this for my background. I want to use this for my foreground. All right, so with this selected, I'll go select this where you have this format, click on that. I'll go more options, and I will start by scrolling down to where I have bars. Scroll down here where I have bars. I'll open that up, and where I have color, click on the color, and I'll change the color. Just like before, if I have a color scheme, I can go to more colors, and then I'll type my hex code there, and then once I click away, I'll have the color. Next thing I want to do is I don't want the background, so I'm going to go scroll up, go to where I have size and style, scroll down. I'll turn off the background so the background is turned off. Now if you look at this the way it is now, you will notice that it looked like the visual is flat on the canvas. Now by the time I put 3 more visuals, you see everything, you will know where a particular visual starts and where it ends. So I have 2 options. One, I would like to have like a border across around each visual, so you can see where each visual starts or where it ends. But I don't want to use a border, so I'll prefer to use my shadow. So I'm just going to click on this visual, and then I'll go to where I have size and style. I'll scroll down to where, when I find shadow, I can turn on the shadow, and then boom, you see how the visual is standing out. I'm happy with this like this. But for you can play around with this shadow until you have something you're happy with. But I'm happy with my own. You can open up this shadow, and then you can go and mine is outside. You can go put your own inside shadow, and it looks like this. Let's say some people will prefer like this. But not me. I like the shadow outside the way it was. Okay, I like my own shadow outside, so I'm going to put it outside. You can do, mine is showing bottom to right. Okay, but you can change this and anyhow you want to make it. But I like the way mine is, so I'm happy with this like this. Something again I like to change, if you look at my visual, the font sizes are very small. I want this big. I don't like this how small it's looking like this. It looks small, really small. I don't like it. Like I want it to be bigger than this. So I'm going to click on the visual. I'll go back there, more options. Now I'm just going to go look for the first thing I'm going to go look for is I'll go to where I have on my y-axis, or open on my y-axis. Now I'll change the values. As I change, notice what happens to the values on my y-axis. I'm going to move that to 14. See it has increased. All right. Make that 14. It's bigger now. I'll scroll down, still inside y-axis, where you have the title. The title is this region. What's written here? This region. I'll open up title. I'll increase the title to 14 as well. And what I also do is to make the title bold. I'll click on bold. Notice how the title it becomes bold. Okay. Now, okay. So now I have that done for me. Now I'll now go to my x-axis. Close my axis. I'll go to open up x-axis. Exactly the same thing is what I'm going to do. I'll scroll down to where I have values. I'll open up values, and now I'll go increase the values of my x-axis to 14, so it's bigger. I'll scroll down to where I have title. I'll open up title. I'll scroll it up to 14 as well, 14, and I also make it bold. What will happen? Sum of charges becomes bold. One more thing I want to do before I close this up is I'm going to come back to where I have title. The title here is this title here. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to go to scroll down and make that 16. And I also make it bold. Okay. This is how I want. I like my something else I'm changing. Unlike the description of this title here, I'm going to change this, and I would prefer this to be charges in this region. You can also go back there and change it, but I want to change it here. Faster way of doing it, I'll just click on it and double click on it. Now when I click one more time, I can start changing. So I want this to be charges by region. Instead of sum of charges by region, I want it to be charges by region. Charges by region. Enter that. I want the region here to be capital R. And I want here to be charges instead of charges by region. It will be charges. And I'll click away, and that will be all. All right, so I like the way it's appearing now. Okay. So now that I have my first visual done for me, all I need to do now is to copy and paste and change the values. So I'll click on this, Control C, Control V. I'll bring that here, and I'll just reduce it, something like this. And now I can just change. Let me move it a little. Okay. Now I'll just change the visual, and then I have the same formatting. All right, so let's go see what I used for this. This was sex by chapter. I'll go, instead of having this, I'll click on this visual. Instead of having region, I'll move region, and I'll grab sex, and I'll put that in. So I have charges by sex. But because I already changed this, so it's not changing. I have to manually change everything now. Now where I have region, I want to make that gender. So for me, I'm going to do gender, and also do this, change this to charges by gender, and that is it. We're done with the second one. See how fast it is. I'll copy the second one, select it, Control C on my keyboard, Control V. If you're using Mac, it's Command C, Command V. I'll just put that here. Yeah, it's beautifully aligned. It's perfectly aligned. And for this, it is number of children by charges. So all I need to do is to select this now, and then I'll go to the fields. Well, I'll move sex, and I'll grab children. I'll drop that here. So now I have charges by number of children. I'll double click on this. All right, click on that, and I want to type number of children. Number of children, and same with this, charges by number of children. Click on that, and I want to have number of children by number of children. So our third visual is ready. On the next visual I'm going to be creating is the line charts. So I'm going to grab the line chart. The same thing, I'm going to select this. Any of the visual can work. Control C, Control V, and I'll just grab that, bring that down, and reduce this a little, something around here. I don't like when my visual is touching the edge of my canvas. So just like we did, or just like we used to do when we are designing for print, same concept. I just bring that in here. All right, I'll just increase it, reduce it a little, take that up a little, so that this can now go up, something around here. But now I'm going to make this and this one's to be, sorry, I'll do that. I'm just going to reduce this a little. Nice. Same with this. So now I can now increase this a little, see if I can. Okay, now I can change this. Instead of having it say as a stack bar chart, I'm going to use a line chart. For a line chart, I did, instead of region, I want to have age. I'll just drag age here, and I have that line chart. So I'm going to change this region, double click on this, and I want it to show age. All right, delete everything and I have age. So I'm going to have region by age. Let's say ages for this case, ages. So select this and click on this format button, and I'll go more options. So I want to change this to how to be the same color with this. So I'm going to scroll down to where you have line. So somewhere around there you find lines. Click on, open that up, and you go see where you have color. Open color up and change the color to the same color we're using. And I'm going to be increasing the width of the line to 5 pixels. And I'm happy with what I have now. Let's close that and say it looks like beautiful. So I have my line chart created. So I want to have an area chart of this number of children by charges. I'm just going to grab this, click on that, Control C or Command C on the Mac, and Control V or Command V on the Mac. I'll bring that here, and I'll just reduce that. I'll line this to this, increase that a little, something like this, and then I'll make this an area chart. Now I'll just change the color to be same color with this. So I'll go click on that, format this, and go more options. So I'll scroll down to where I have lines, same thing, and we'll have color. Click on the color. I'll change the color to this, and I'll increase the width of the line to 5 pixels, and I have my area chart. Okay, and finally I want to have a slicer. So the slicer will be there to slice every other thing. So I want to have slicer be this smoker. So I'll go the same thing, just copy anyone. I can copy this, Control C, Control V, and I'll bring that here, just reduce it, something like this, and I think it's too small. Nice. Remove, change the visual to a slicer. Now I have a slicer. I'll just delete everything that's there. Now I'm going to grab smoker and I put the smoker there. So now I can slice this. I can slice this. So if I go, watch this. If I slide, I can say no smoker. I can see the value for no smoker. If I say smokers, I can see values for smokers. All right, but I need to make this to be the same size with this, and this 16. I can select this, go in here, more options, and where I have size and style, click on size, values, sorry, to values. Let's see values. Okay, I'm okay with this. Let's just slice the settings. I want to see where I can change that. This slicer is okay. Okay, slicer header, sorry, slicer header. Okay, let's make this 16 and make it bold. Oh no, this should be 14, sorry, 14 and bold. Okay, I think it's slicer header. I'm going to change that, increase that to 16, and I'll make that bold. Yeah, and I'm just going to change this small letter s to capital letter S, and that will be all. So you can see that we have successfully recreated what we created here. What I created here, I've successfully recreated everything here. All right, so I know for some persons it's a little confusing, especially if this is your first time using Power BI, and it's okay. It's okay. There are tons of videos you can use to see how you can work with Power BI, how you can get data into Power BI, you can clean your data with your Power Query editor, how you can model your data, and how you can start creating dashboard. Now this video is specifically for those who already know how to create reports. All right, what I'm showing you is basically how to make your report beautiful. Notice things that I use is sizing and positioning, and then I use colors. It's very simple: sizing, positioning, and colors. Now, if you like what I'm doing, please like. If you like what I'm doing, it's helping you somehow. Know somebody can help. Please like this video, share to the person you think this video can help. And if you have questions, please use the comment section, ask me questions, or you can send me a direct message. I will take my time and respond. All right, share my video, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye for now.